أهلا سارة أهلا. First one on my live chat. Hi guys. 1 minute before we start. Man, I had 2 cupcakes, Sarah. This was my lunch. I had 2 cupcakes. My God. I'm طلعلي حرقة هلا من الcupcakes. Okay guys. So, it's 5 o'clock. Welcome to class number 9 of the house arrest series that I'm doing at home, and I'm so glad that you guys are training with me. I always say this, you guys are motivating me more than you imagine. I wouldn't move my ass if I didn't have this kind of motivation, because I'm used to a certain way of training and this is all new to me. So I'm doing my own research to make sure I get training is going to be handstands, okay? But it's not handstands per se. All I'm going to do today, hopefully if this goes well and if you guys like it, I'll get your feedback to see if we carry on with something like this. All I'm going to do today is do the strength and conditioning drills that gets you stronger in order to eventually try to handstand. So today we're not going to be doing any handstands, but we're going to be doing the drills that are a lot of upper body work, shoulder drills and stuff that are going to make you tough, okay? So... Okay, I just disconnected from Wi-Fi. Thank you, Dima. I forgot. Usually I'm doing this thing without Wi-Fi. So I'll repeat in case the connection was weak. We're going to be doing strength and conditioning drills that will eventually get you strong enough to handstand. I'm not going to teach you handstands now. I'm going to teach you strength and conditioning drills. Okay? So these are all to get your alignment correct, to teach you how to start. Is it still pausing or are these old messages? Tell me if it's better, guys. I don't know if these are old messages coming in or it's still pausing. Still weak? Talk to me, people. There's a few seconds delay in... So guys, talk to me. It's better? Okay, cool. Better. So, strength and conditioning drills, not to talk too much. We're not going to be kicking up to the wall, but we're going to be working our way towards that. If you're happy with this kind of training and it feels good, maybe we do a level 2 or a more advanced or a second session to get you guys more confident to kick up to the wall if you've never done it before. So for now, we're going to stick to the floor, stick to the chair, maybe a little bit on the wall, not a kick up, but I'll teach you a few things that you can do on the wall if we have time. If not, we'll do it in another session. Okay, so let's start. Scapula push-ups. This is something you guys already know. Get on your mats. If you can do this barefoot, that's better. I prefer doing handstand drills barefoot. So on your mat, hands on the floor. So with handstands, your wrists are always equal distance to your shoulders. Equal distance to your shoulder. You're not going to have your hands here. Your hands are not going to be here. So every time I tell you to kick up to a handstand, your foundation needs to be the strongest. So it's if the foundation is not right, then there's no point of correcting anything else. From here, you measure your wrists to be the same distance as your shoulder. This is your handstand foundation. Now, we're going to go for scapula push-ups. We've done this together in the past. So the scapula push-up is shoulder blades touch, shoulder blades away from each other. Shoulder blades touch, shoulder blades away from each other. Let me take off the comments. I forgot. Turn off comments. Okay, so when we're here, shoulder blades touch. Then contract everything, shoulder blades away from each other. The way you contract is instead of arching, you squeeze your butt. Arch, squeeze, okay? So from here, shoulder blades touch, shoulder blades away from each other. Notice my arms stay completely straight. So that's what we're going to do here. On scapula push-ups, I'll do it diagonal for it to be clear. Hands on the floor. So from here, shoulder blades away from each other. Shoulder blades touch. Shoulder blades touch. We're gonna go for 10, okay guys? Try to get those shoulders strong for your handstand. So extremely tight elbows. Do not bend your elbows. Just drop your shoulder blade, lift. Not your waist, just your shoulder blades. That's 2. 3, drop. 4, drop. 5, drop. 6, drop. 7, keep your body straight. In a plank position, drop. 9, drop. 10, and rest it out. That's scapula push-ups. We're gonna go for scapula leans. We did this once before, but this is also a drill I do to work on my handstands. It teaches you how to grip the floor. So, just like we did earlier, with your wrists right on top of your shoulders, this time, from a plank, you're gonna walk your toes forward until your shoulders move past your wrists. So from here, you walk forward. Now my shoulders move past my wrists. That's the idea. So we're gonna try to go for a scapula lean. Why am I teaching you this during handstands? It's because you're leaning so far, the only way that you're gonna stay afloat without falling is if you grip the floor with your fingers. Your fingers will start bending into the floor. It's almost like you're gonna grip it. That's the kind of grip you need to keep your balance in the handstand, to stop you from leaning forward or from falling the other way. Okay, so hands on the floor, just so you can see. Plank position. We're gonna lean, first we're gonna scapula. Keep your shoulder blades away from each other. Tiptoe forward, hold. 2, 3, 4. Shoulders past your wrists, okay? 7, 8. Do not drop your waist. Keep your waist up. Push, push, push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop. Before we carry on, I forgot guys, I'm going to give you a wrist warm up. It's normal that your wrists are going to feel heavy after these drills. You're not going to be injured. You're just going to feel like they're a bit sore, which is normal because you don't usually use your wrists as much. So let's start a quick wrist drill, okay? Hands in front of you. And then lean forward a little bit. So instead of being here in a tabletop position, you're just going to lean forward and you're going to feel a stretch in your forearm, okay? All right, now rotate your hands so that your fingers are facing your knees. And now you're going to try to sit on your heels. Try to sit as low as you can. You're going to feel another stretch. Now your fingers are going to be pointed in either direction, left and right. And from here, you're going to rock and rock the other way. Rock to the right, rock to the left. You're going to do the same thing with your palms facing up, fingers facing each other. Lock your elbows entirely. Do not bend your elbows. Lock them entirely so you feel a good stretch. Lean a little bit to the right. So you're going to feel a deep stretch in your left hand, and then lean to the left and you'll feel a deep stretch in your right hand. One more time. And then shift to the left. Okay, stay in this position. Now what you're going to try to do, and you may get a cramp, you're going to try to close your fingers. Try to create a fist with your fingers. Keep your elbows locked. Try to create it. It's hard. You may not get there, but the idea is to get that stretch and release. Let's go for 5 of these. Try to grip your fingers. Grip, grip, grip. Make a fist with your hands and release. Keep your elbows locked. Do not bend your elbows. Stay locked. Grip, grip, and release. Another 2, and release. One more, grip, and release. Oh, okay, that hurts. So now, slowly rotate your wrists. If you start feeling pain in your wrists, do a bit of these. Sit on the side a bit, shake your wrists left and right, and it should feel a bit better. Okay, so scapula lean. What we just did was shoulders equidistant, your wrists equidistant to your shoulders, and then we lean forward. Now what we're going to do is we're going to diamond, create a diamond with your hands, place them on your mat or on the floor. Plank. From the plank, first your scapula, your shoulder blades are completely rotated. So from here, so here's a regular plank. Here is scapula, rotating just the upper body. Everything else stays straight. And then you're going to lean forward and hold. 2, 3, 4. Keep pushing in scapula without your butt, just your shoulder blades. Last 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop. Whew. Okay, guys. One more. This creates a lot of strain on your back and stuff. If you're not used to it, it's normal. But practice them because it really does make you much stronger. Allows you to hold your body upside down when you want to do handstands eventually, okay? Last one. Hands super wide. You're going to push the floor as if you're ripping the floor apart. One palm and fingers facing one side, palm and fingers facing the other side, and almost feel like you're ripping the floor apart. Okay? So from here, you're going to lean back. One more time. Scapula, wider if you can. Scapula, and now tiptoe forward, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop. Hope that feels okay, guys. Okay, we're going to start with a compression drill, okay? The most important thing in your handstand, as generic as this sounds, is that you need to be in a straight line. So I'll tell you what I mean. A lot of people kick up to their handstands like this. You notice how my back is banana. My feet are there, my waist is here, my legs or my hands are there. It's just a complete mess. It hurts your back, you're using shoulder strength or arms instead of using alignment. And if you just notice to correct your form and your alignment so that everything is in one straight line and you look like this in your handstand, you're not using as much strength as you think. You're using more of a balance and it doesn't feel as hard as most gym buffs, for instance. A lot of men who do a lot of bicep and shoulder work, they only count on their hands, they bend their shoulders, they sort of balance and try to push through it, and they're kind of banana back, and that causes a lot of strain. So I'm going to teach you the alignment way, and not based on strength, but based on correct alignment. So in order to do that, the first thing you need to remember is every handstand, your ears need to disappear. Okay? Your head is not here. Your head is not here. Your ears need to completely disappear, which means what we just learned, which is a scapula position, this is your go-to form in a handstand. So the scapula, shoulder blades rotated, bend, my ears disappear. I'm not dropping into my shoulder blades, I'm pushing the floor. That is your scapula position. So let's start with compression drill. This is going to be a bit difficult. I want you guys to watch exactly what I'm doing, because if you do it wrong, you're not going to feel the exercise. So watch where my toes are. They're like this. They're not like this. My toes are like this, okay? From here, I want you to try to have your hands, your fingers next to your knees. If you can, get your fingers in line with your knees. If it's a bit going to be difficult, maybe start here. So fingers slightly in front of your knees. What you're going to try to do is you're going to try to lift your butt up in the air without moving your feet. So I'm not going to do this. Alright? The idea is I'm going to stay like this, no matter what. I'm not going to rotate or curl my toes. I'm going to stay on this part of my foot, not even on my toes, on this part of my foot. Why? Because I want you to be barefoot because it's painful. And Because it's painful, you're going to learn automatically that all the weight needs to go in your arms. That's what handstands are. All the weight is in your upper body. So from here, your hands are going to be here. Your ears are going to disappear. And all I want you to do is keep your eyes on your waist, on your belly button. Eyes on your belly button. Eyes on your belly button. And drop. If your head looks forward like this, you're going to fall forward. The idea is for your ears to disappear. Your eyes are on your belly button, okay? You may not be able to lift as much as me. I've got more flexibility. That's totally fine. As long as your toes stay this way. All the weight is in your upper body. Ears are gone. Even if you stop here, eyes on your belly button and drop. Eyes on your belly button and drop. If you're able to extend your legs even more, that's even better. So we're going to go for 10 compression drills together, okay? Let's go. We're going to hold for 2 seconds and drop each time, okay? 3. So, hands either right in front of your knees or aligned with your knees, okay? Toes curled with your bottom of your feet facing up. Do not rotate your toes. Keep them this way. Hands next to your knees. And you're going to lift, lift, lift. 1, 2, and drop. Eyes on your belly button, guys. Eyes on your belly button. Ears disappear. Head in and drop. That's a compression. You're staying tight and compressed. Okay? That's 2. Let's go. And drop. That's 3. So all the weight in your upper body. Your toes stay how they are. Okay? Do not curl them because, see, if you curl them, then all of a sudden, my weight's on my feet. I do not want my weight on my feet. I want my shoulders to stay on top of my wrists and no weight on my feet. As little as possible. Okay? That's 5. Let's go for 5 more. Lift, lift, lift. That's 6. That's 7. You're meant to feel your quads burn and tightness in your shoulders. It's hard on your shoulders. That's 7. 3 more. That's 8. That's 9. Lift. That's 10. All right, quick rest. I'm going to talk to you for a minute just to see how you guys are feeling, okay? Turn on comments. How's that so far? Talk to me, guys. Yeah, your feet hurt. That's totally normal. Totally normal. I wanted you to be barefoot because it gets you to push yourself to get on your hands, because the more pressure you have on your feet, the more it's going to hurt. So you're sort of leaning forward, so all the pressure's on your hands, so your toes hurt less. Toes hurt a bit. That's totally normal. Normal, guys. If your toes hurt, you're doing it right. If you're rotating and curling your feet, all the pressure's on your feet, then you're not really doing it right. Cramps in your feet, totally normal. Just shake it off. It will go away soon. So if you're unable to cover your ears completely, Ahmed, we'll try a few more drills and see. But a lot of men, especially, tend to be tight in their shoulders, so you cannot sort of lift with your shoulders down and your hands up here. A lot of men are a bit tight and they can't really have range in their shoulders. Maybe that might be the case, and you may need to do some back bend exercises. But let me do a few more drills and let me see how you feel. Okay, cool. Elisa. Yeah, I know, I miss teaching, guys, I really do. I'm trying my best. It's hard not to hold you and put you in place like I do in my classes, but I hope you guys can manage just visually with me. Okay, cool. So, guys, let's go back to another compression exercise. Okay, I'm going to turn off comments, turn off commenting. We're going to do pike walks, okay? You'll also need to be compressed in this. Why am I doing this? Not just to make you uncomfortable, but because when we're gonna kick up to handstands eventually, you're gonna automatically, your body's gonna have muscle memory, you're just gonna do this, ears disappear. You're not gonna think of pushing your head forward because you just got so used to this uncomfortable position, okay? So pipe walks, over here. So I want you to bend forward, hands on the floor. You may not be flexible and your hands are here, that's fine. Just make sure that your legs are completely straight, but you need to be as compressed as your body allows. So for me, I can compress all the way here, and then from here, I'm gonna get on my toes. When I get on my toes, I have more pressure on my upper body. Now I'm leaning on my feet. If I get on my toes and lean forward, ears disappear, I have more pressure on my hands. So from here, we're gonna walk on your toes, stay as tight as possible, hands and feet move at the same pace. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So from here, foot, 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 foot. Hands and feet move at the same pace. We're gonna go 4 forward and 4 back, 10 times, okay? Let's go. So you're getting off your feet. You want all the pressure in your hands, so you're leaning forward. Notice how I tilt forward, okay? You're gonna stay tight. If you're so wide, it really does nothing. You're gonna stay as tight as you possibly can, and you're gonna walk, walk, walk. That's 1. Backwards, that's 2. Ears disappear, guys. So you're looking at your feet, nowhere else. Sorry guys, I got a call. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. 1, 2. We're at 9. And 10. Back, 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 back. If you're doing it right, your shoulders need to be on fire right now, okay? You're tilting forward, all the weight needs to be on your upper body, ears completely disappear, eyes on your toes. Okay, so how are we on time? 5:20, okay. So we're gonna get off our hands for a bit so that I teach you alignment in a different way, okay? So as I said, ears need to disappear. Your feet need to be, well, your hands, your wrists need to be underneath your shoulders. Your butt needs to be on top of your wrists and shoulders, and then your feet. I'll explain what I mean. I know it sounds easier than it is, but a lot of people tend to do it wrong. So this is how you need to look like in your handstand. Better yet, on your toes, here. Ears disappear, double chin, squeeze your butt, cellulite pops out, double chin pops out. There's nothing sexy about a handstand, guys. You need to be super squeezed, super tight in every form of your body in order to be able to hold it. So the way we're going to practice that is 4 ways, okay? First way, you're going to do the hollow body hold, but in a handstand position. So I'm going to do it like this, so you guys can see. You're going to drop, well, better yet like this. Okay, you're going to drop so that your lower back touches the floor, upper back off the floor. In scapula, everything is scapula in handstands, okay? So, again, lower back touches the floor, upper back and scapula. Hands lift up, chin tucked in. 1 leg up, second leg up, and you're gonna hold here as long as you can. You may not be able to hold for 30 seconds without arching, without your lower back coming off the floor. So this is a possibility. This happens, and then you start arching. Notice that you can put your hand through my lower back. If I allow my shoulder blades to get off the floor, there is no room for anything to come here. So I'm holding. If you find that position hard, you have an alternative. Instead of having your hands up here, which is a hollow body position, you see this position? This is me pushing and getting my toes to feel like someone's pulling on them. So if you literally rotate me off of hollow body into a handstand, let me go, I'll hold it, okay? It's normal if you start up here, or here, or here, to get used to the hollow body position. With time, with practice, your core will be strong enough to hold that position, okay? So, easier variation is your toes are higher, a bit lower, a bit lower. Easier is if your toes are a little bit high, okay? We're gonna go for 30 seconds together of a hollow body hold. The most important thing, more than your feet for me, is for your ears to be gone. Double chin, push as if something is pulling you from your hands, or you're actually pushing something, so super tight arms, okay? Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 2. That's 10 seconds. Halfway. Last 10, 9, chin in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. What helps is if you squeeze your butt so tight. That keeps you in one line. If you're loose anywhere, it'll probably make you fall out of the hollow body position. I'm going to talk to you for a minute just to see if you guys are understanding what I mean by hollow body position. Turn on commenting. Talk to me, people. Because we have 3 other variations around hollow body. So I need to know that you understand it. Everyone's good? Your neck hurts. I mean, yeah, you're feeling kind of heavy because you're double chin here. You're lifting up, so yeah, it's normal. Your back starts to curve, so you're getting an arch once you lift your legs. That means you need to work more on your core. So I would start with my legs higher, and then slowly, with time, you drop your legs. So just start with your legs slightly high, okay? Yeah, so again, if your back is arching, ideally not, because that could cause you some back pain, but that's why I suggest starting with, instead of your legs completely flat, your legs higher. Okay, and then that way you can get your lower back on the floor. The reason why most of you may arch is because your core is not strong enough. With time, if you practice 30 seconds of hollow body at your pace, then slowly you're going to be able to get stronger and stronger, and then you'll notice slowly that your legs are already down here and you're able to hold it with your lower back flat on the floor. Okay. If your knees are bending again, that's totally fine. Again, when you get your form, you understand your body better than anybody else. If you need to bend your knees a little bit so that your lower back is on the floor, your upper back is rotated, do that, okay? Slowly you'll get there. But as long as, guys, please, I want this. Ears disappear. Your head's not forward, your head's not back. Ears disappear, double chin. Okay? I'm going to get off. I'm going to carry on. Let's go. 1 second, turn off commenting. So, that was one. One option is a hollow body, which is this. Second option, we're going to do this together. Let me tie my hair. We're going to learn the same alignment, but facing down. So I'm going to do this one. Such a tight space. So you're here. Hands out. Legs together. You're going to squeeze your butt. So look at the difference between my butt not squeezed and my butt squeezed. When your butt is squeezed and you tuck your chin in, you're creating a hollowness over here. So notice my hand goes through. In this one, you want to create a hollowness. Because remember, if you're rotated, your lower back is on here. So I'm trying not to have an arch in my lower back. I'm trying to get my butt on the same line as my back. So from here, I'm going to squeeze in, push, squeeze in. Use your elbows to slightly dig in to the mat. And we're going to hold here for 30 seconds, okay? Create this hollowness. Squeeze your butt, chin in, and hold. 2, 3. Your toes slightly off the floor because you're contracting your quads. So your toes slightly come off the floor. Straight legs. 2, 3. Halfway. Keep with that hollowness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Okay, guys. We're gonna do it one more time. My shirt is off, only because I need you guys to see my form. It'll be really hard if I have a t-shirt on and you guys cannot follow and watch my form. So from here, we're gonna try one more time, but hands on the wall. So your hands are gonna be up on the wall. You're gonna get on your toes, create a bit of a diagonal. Ears disappear. You're not on the palm of your hands, but you're on your fingers. And you're gonna grow as tall as you possibly can, and then just hold. On your toes, squeeze your butt. Ears disappear, double chin. Do not drop your head over here. The head is back, shoulder blades are away from each other, and you're gonna hold here and squeeze. Notice I'm like a pencil. My butt is not popping out. My head is not back. I'm creating a diagonal with my fingertips up on the wall, and we're gonna hold for 30 seconds now. 2, 3, 4. Really high on your toes, guys, okay? Squeeze everything together. Notice this feeling, how everything is super tight. Butt is super tight. Halfway. Quads are tight. Core is tight. Do not loosen any part of your body. 10 more seconds. Lift your fingers even higher. Grow even taller. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Turn on commenting. Talk to me. How are we feeling, guys? So uncomfortable, I know. But you're understanding the point behind it, right? Arms are tired, shoulders are tired, your ears need to completely disappear, you're holding up against the wall. Good, good, good. Okay. I'm glad you're understanding. Any questions? Couple of more seconds. I'll save it on my live. I ask too much because this is difficult. It's not like I'm doing squats and push-ups and stuff like that. This is something that most people don't understand. So I like to take it slow, baby steps. Okay, so let's move on. Sorry. Commenting off. Okay guys, so 2 more drills. Elevated pike. So you're gonna get your chair, okay? What you're gonna try to create here is the first half of your handstand, okay? So first things first, hands on the floor. Your wrists need to be the same distance as your shoulders, like we discussed, okay? Now, from here, next step is, my elbows need to be straight. Never bend your elbows. Elbows are always tight, because this is your foundation, okay? Next, my head is forward, right? So I need my head to disappear. Head disappears. Ears are completely disappeared. One leg goes on the chair, and second leg goes on the chair. Now here you can relax. From here, the first thing you need to do is get your shoulders on top of your wrists. Not behind your wrists, on top of your wrists. Then from here, you're going to try to straighten out and drop. When you straighten out here, the idea, if you have a mirror to see yourself, the idea is to get your butt right on top of your wrists and shoulders. Not behind over here, but you're going to walk forward enough so that it's right on top of your wrists and shoulders. You're halfway into a handstand, you're building strength over here. You're gonna hold for 5 seconds, and then you're gonna drop, release, relax. Okay? We're gonna go for 10 of these. If your hamstrings are tight and your chair is too low, you can find a higher chair or a stool or whatever it is. Hands on the floors, ears disappear. 1 foot on the chair, 2nd foot on the chair, and lift. Drop. The most important thing is that you're not lifting like this. Notice my voice changes between my head inside my arms, and if my head is forward, I can barely talk. That is because it's harder. Most people think they're saving themselves by looking forward because that's their comfort. But funnily enough, when you do look forward, you lose breath, there's a lot of shoulder strength being used, and you fall out of your handstand. If you push past the fear and the discomfort of being upside down, and you keep your eyes on your chair or in between your fingers, ears disappear, you'll feel much better talking. I'll to do one more time. My voice stays the same while I'm doing this, but if I look forward, my voice changes because it's so much harder. So make sure your head disappears. Let's bend those knees and lift up. 1. Bend those knees and lift up. Shoulders on top of wrists, butt on top of wrists and shoulders. Drop and lift. That's 3. Drop and lift. That's 4. Drop and lift. Try to create a box with your body. Try to, okay? Drop and lift. That's 6. Feeling tightness in my quads. Let's go. 7 and drop. 8 and drop. 9 and drop. Last one. 10 and drop. Guys, we're doing strength and conditioning here. This is all conditioning drills, which are much harder than when you do an actual handstand, okay? This is you carrying a lot of stress on your upper body. It handstands, when you're actually doing the handstand, you feel much lighter. So it's normal that this is tiring. I do these drills so that you can build strength. If you do these every day, you do 10, you have no idea how much stronger you're going to be in your upper body. Okay? So, let's breathe. Turn on commenting. Okay. Shoulders hurting, wrists hurt. Totally with you guys, I know the feeling. I don't like people asking me that question. How many days until I will able to kick up to the handstand? Because everyone is different. Everyone has different strengths and different weaknesses. I don't know how much work you're putting in your handstands. And better yet, you're supposed to enjoy the journey of it and not just wish for the outcome. Enjoy every progress, how much more you can last in your pikes, how much better you can compress. Those are the things you need to look forward to, and not so much the handstand. The handstand will come if you're consistent enough. Everything hurts, I know. Elevated pike, yes. How can you know if you're doing it right? Try to mimic me, that's all I can say. If you could visually see what I look like, try to look like I do. And if you need help, ask a friend to watch you and see if you look like what I'm doing. I would love to have you in my class, but obviously I cannot be there to teach you guys. This is the best I can do for now. I can't correct you, but I can just show you. Okay. It needs repetitive work, 100%, yes. If my butt doesn't reach your shoulders. Look, it's normal if your butt doesn't reach your shoulders. It took me a lot of time to get there. I had to build some flexibility in my legs, make sure that I don't have that fear anymore of lifting as high as my wrists, but you'll have to slowly try and get there. Okay? So, the next thing I'm going to do is elevated pike compass. This is a cool drill, and if you could do this, then you're really building a lot of strength towards getting your handstand one day. Okay? It's not easy, but I'm going to try to show you how it's done. Turn off commenting. So, I can't do it on this chair, unfortunately. Well, yeah, I can actually. So the idea here is to do exactly what we did before, but to rotate around the chair like a compass, keeping in mind that you want to maintain your butt on top of your shoulders. It's not easy, it's hard, but you're going to give it a shot, okay? So you're going to, you know how a compass is? Back in school you have your compass and then it rotates around it. So your compass is where your feet are positioned, okay? So my feet, I'll start this way. My feet are going to be here. I'm not moving my feet from here. I'm going to lift my butt and I'm going to start rotating, keeping my ears on top of my wrists and shoulders. My ears disappear. I stay in this position. Try to create a box with the chair. When you're turning, try to stay as close to the chair as possible and don't start walking out. It's easier if you walk forward, but you're going to try to stay in a box position. Then you're going to go back after you rest. You're going to turn, turn, turn as much as you can. You're going to keep going. And then you're going to come out of it. You're going to rest and do 2 more. I'm going to do 2 more, but I'll leave the comment on because I know this one is hard. It all feels heavy on the arms. We've been doing a lot of upper body today. It's going to hurt tomorrow. I just want to see if you guys are understanding what I mean. It's very hard. I know, wallah, I know. But I mean, it's hard more so because it's new, and not for anything else. And you will need to build some upper body strength. So if your chair is too low, you can lift it up. You can get a higher stool. It doesn't matter if your chair is low as long as you try to keep that straight line between your shoulders and your butt. Okay, it needs to look like this. I know it's normal, by the way. A lot of you are not going to be able to create the box. Don't worry about it, okay? It's hard. It's very, very hard. But try to. As long as you're building the strength towards that. It's like a push-up. A lot of you will not be able to push up like this. You may just push up like this to start. That's fine, because if you do 50 of the short push-ups, one day you're going to be able to drop lower. Okay? What's easier? It's easier with a higher chair because you're not using so much of your hamstrings. You're using mainly just upper body strength. With a lower chair, you need to have much more stretch in your hamstrings. This is upper body practice, guys. We're not going to do upper body tomorrow. This is hard enough. Keep going, guys. Any questions? Okay. I'm going to do 1 more to show you how it's done. And I'm doing the box, but the moving is too much. Yeah, I know, it's hard. So if the moving is hard, guys, what you can do as an alternative, and I'll show you right now, is the following. So, hands on the floor, ears disappear. You're going to straighten it, and then from here, you're going to shoulder tap. Okay? If you can't rotate, tap your shoulders. Try getting used to building some strength. Tap your shoulders in that position. Okay? Let's go, guys. Go for 10 shoulder taps. I'll do 10 shoulder taps with you. From here. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop. I think we should stop for today. I'll sit with you and answer some questions. This one is going to be heavy on the arms and hard to understand, but I'm here for you, okay? So talk to me. Feeling okay? You're welcome, guys. You're more than welcome. I'm happy that you're trying at least. If you have any more questions, you can DM me. I'm happy to answer you. Also, I'm going to put a poll up after this on my stories, and I'm going to ask if you guys want me to carry on with a few handstand drills, whoever's training with me, or I do a regular workout. So please, 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 I'd love for you to answer and let me know. So, or DM me and let me know, it doesn't matter. So I carry on this style a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 more days, or I shift straight into regular workouts. I'll save the live for sure. I gotta go. I'm so sorry, Dolly, but I can't do a cool down. But any sort of cat-cows, stretches on your arms, all these kind of drills will work very well. Any upper body stretch, like we did last time, where you lie down on your stomach, turn your foot back. I'll show you very quickly. So here, rotate this way and the other way. That would be really good as well. I just have a conference call to jump on. I won't be able to warm up with you or cool down with you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, love you. Thank you for tuning in. Talk to me. I'm going to post a poll. Let me know if you want handstands or if you want regular training. Okay, I'm going to do both, but I mean, for this week, maybe we can do a bit more of like runner up to handstands. What I'll be doing is I'll show you the drills and you can practice them at your own time. At least you know how to progress to get into your handstand eventually. That's my aim, to show you all the variations of what you can possibly do, and then you'll have to slowly just do the training for it. Okay? Alright guys, see you later.